Hello, welcome back to the Realmhattan project. Sorry for the late start. We planned to start late, then we had to change, but we kept the time. We figure, if people had already arranged for the time slot. We're going to stick with that.
We didn't want to confuse you.
Yeah, but we confused ourselves, so
Not hard.
happens. No, not at all. How y'all doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Such enthusiasm out of you, Ricky.
Ricky, you look particularly excited. How was your week?
Great.
Yeah.
I worked all week.
Great.
I worked all week. We had baseball 3 times this week.
Jesus.
So I'm
Are you a
running
coach,
on-
Ricky?
Yeah, I'm coaching my kids' team again. So we had practice Tuesday night, scrimmage Wednesday night, practice Thursday night, working 11-hour shifts each day before all that
Super
crap.
dad. Super dad.
No, then I just feel like old beat up trash on my day off, like today. Like I packed up some transformers that I'm selling, and that was pretty much my whole day, man. I played God of War for a little bit, and now I'm here with you schmuckos.
Whoa,
Schmuckos.
Mr. Schmuck to you, my friend.
Yes, Mr. Schmuck to you. Sir
It's a
Schmuck.
hateful term.
Actually, it's not.
Schmucko.
Yeah. Dom,
But-
how was your? I don't know. It feels like a year, right?
Yeah. Feels like a year. I haven't put these headsets on for a while. But my week was great, I guess. I actually had a report into work on Wednesday, which was fun. Reminiscing on the good old commute. It's funny because I'm pretty much don't have to go to work. I've been working from home ever since COVID, but I have gone in the office a couple times since then. But it's just so funny when I go in. It's like you're like you're excited, but then all of a sudden you're in the a little bit of traffic, and you're driving in. It's like, oh yeah, this sucks. This is just, I don't want it. As much as I bitch and moan sitting at my house and looking at the same old walls for 5 days, 5 days out of the week that I'm working in my dining room, I was like, fuck that. I'll take it any day of the week than driving in this mess.
Yeah.
But,
And it's been kind of bad too. There's they keep shutting down the road for construction that I haven't seen on Route 9. So
yeah.
going up that way for me too. It's the same way. It's just
Yeah,
it's not very fun right now.
It's not very fun.
No.
And it's funny because Route 9 is becoming the road that we go to take to get to the Parkway. It's just gotten really crazy, and just it's like used to be not that bad to the point where the traffic was only like when you get into New York, but then all of us, now it's just fucking traffic when I make a left onto Route 9, and it's all the way to the goddamn Parkway. So.
Oh, but you're coming from that intersection on Texas Road,
Yeah.
but you got Route 18 there too. Like that's
That's
tough. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's it's life.
Yeah.
It's the road I only know. So
Yeah, is it a lonesome road?
it's a lonesome road, beautiful road,
It is
populated
nice,
road.
Yeah.
It's got the
Feel
best
kind of-
shopping in New Jersey you can buy, my friend.
Feeling kind of green today?
The mall capital of the U.S.
Mm.
But I've had a good week. Did a little bit of toy hunting, and I did. Was able to get myself out the last 2 days to go hunt for the NECA Turtles stuffs that came out. So it was fun. Yeah, the Holothon. So I haven't done it a lot. I haven't toy hunt as often I used to, because as with commuting to work, from in and out of work, you make those stops. Like you stop at the Walmarts and the Toys R Us's that used to be there along the way. So it was fun.
What the hell's he doing?
He must have farted.
He's spraying some poopery. What are you doing, brother?
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh shit! Sorry, I thought I had my shit muted. I'm
Ah.
Nah,
DiGiorno does it to you,
camera
huh?
on, sound on. Derek, how was your week?
Woo! How was my week? Shoot.
Hopefully
Ended
it's
on
not
a
in
high
the last
note.
5 minutes.
Dude, the better question is, how is my night so far? Woo! That pizza, man. Woo, goodness.
God, is Miss Shawn all right?
Another pizza night. Oh, she's upstairs. I'm glad she's upstairs tonight.
Safety
Oh, my
check
It's
on
gonna,
the
it's,
family.
Usually, you
it's
know,
gonna hit. It's gonna hit her in 10 minutes.
Do a
Yeah,
wellness
usually-
check on your family right now.
They all
Gas
right.
mask on.
Yeah.
Run
Nah,
for
they're
shelter.
fine.
Oh, he's into that DiGiorno again.
Yeah, man. Woo.
Does that smell pepperoni? Is that pepperoni?
Oh, it ain't pepperoni.
I smell hot.
Well, like it don't
Sausage?
smell like pepperoni. Like
Sausage?
salami.
Salami?
Anyway,
Ooh.
and that's not even the topping on the pizza.
Mhm.
Anyway, hey Alexis, shut the fuck
How's
up.
that happen?
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Hey, chat squad, what's going on, y'all? How's everybody in the chat squad? How's everybody in here? You know, glad to see
Better,
everybody.
better than your
Dom.
desk chair, obviously. So
Hey, yo, if this chair could talk,
no,
woo!
the
You're
nasty
holding
shit
that
was
chair right
like-
now.
I'm surprised this chair's holding me up right now. Woo, that was a bad one. Oh my goodness. Hey, yo, Dom, it's good to see you, man. Good to
Yeah, it's
see
good
you
to see you guys.
in the normal seating.
Yeah, my old
painting in the back and all the-
my old
sitting on the
football
couch.
painting in the back, and
Yeah. Good to see you, man. You know,
I wanted to bring back some nostalgia.
I see.
to get the
I
feels.
see. That's what's up. Yeah, Eric B. Yeah, I offended myself with that one, man. Whoo.
I saw your face. I was like, what's shit?
No, because okay. I don't want this show to turn into a fight show, but
Too late.
let's just get this out the way.
Look who's
You know,
around
when
you. Come on.
When you fart and then you feel like it ain't gonna be that bad, and then all of a sudden you get that
sharted?
whiff. You get that whiff. No, I didn't shart, but it smelled like I did. But it was like it was that strong. I was like, whoa, hold up. I need to go spray. I can't do the show with this in the air. So yeah. I'm so sorry, y'all. I didn't mean for it to be like that, but
It's not like we're in
Yeah.
the room with you, so it's okay.
yeah, I have no podcast etiquette whatsoever.
Still worried about your family.
No, the family is
We're
cool.
gonna need Miss
But
Shawn to
Dakota-
say something in the chat squad so we know she's okay. Just tell her to say hi so we know she's all right.
No,
Blink twice.
oh no, she's way upset. She's way upset in her
911 to
office.
chat if we need to call somebody over there.
Right.
The hazmat suits.
I just hope my daughter don't come out the theater. I just hope my daughter don't come out the theater room because
Get the 55-gallon drums
she's
ready.
gonna pass out.
It's a whole different sleepover happening now.
Stay in the room, baby. Yeah. Woo.
Beamer's coming to Derek's house.
You're gonna like wrap your house up like ET.
Hey, yo. I can appreciate the jokes and everything, but the way my stomach is heating up right now, I need y'all
Uh-oh.
to move it along. So let's get this
Sounds like you
Let's
might
go
need to
this
move it
done.
along.
Don't upset the volcano.
this done.
Joe burns the
Exclamation-
volcano over there.
Exclamation points all after that. Let's get this done. All right. Oh man, there's that gurgle. But anyway, I had a good week.
Y'all didn't know that the B stood for boo boo, so it's Derek.
Yeah.
What boo boo?
So
Beast stands for
yeah,
bubble guts.
probably. Right about now, yeah. But I promise, if I have to, I'm gonna get my
You better
podcast
mute.
etiquette together because if I feel like it's gonna happen again, I got the mute and the stop cam on here, so I'm gonna try to be mindful of that because when it's real bad and you don't have a choice, and then every part of your body locks up as a result, like you had that.
You might want to see a
Moment.
doctor, man.
Yeah.
I don't
We're,
know.
off, we're offering Smellomatic here.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Your knees.
Oh my
hunched up,
God!
your toes go
Thank
like
God
this.
we don't have a Smellomatic on here. Woo! Man, y'all be
So-
mad at me all the rest of the year.
and heightens your sentences. Just-
Facebook is working on that.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. they'll just
Coming
want you
soon to
sign
the
away
meta
your-
universe. Smellomatic.
They'll just want you
Yeah.
to sign away your firstborn at that point.
Yep. Yeah, but again, shout out to the chat squad. Oh yeah, yep. Thank y'all for I can always rely on the chat squad to sympathize with my situation.
They know it's a shitty situation. No.
Ew.
Yeah,
Super
that,
dad.
that's some tough shit. Anyway, but yeah, no, I had a good week. Who's next? I think it's Wolfie. Wolfie, how's your week so far?
Gotta be honest, it hasn't been great. Supposed to go to Utah for work on Wednesday. That got canceled, so I've been in the shop all week dealing with, my fellow employees who are up my ass, bothering me. I don't like it. Trying to micromanage me. Yeah, but whatever. Got in a car accident yesterday. That was fun.
No.
Yeah, what's up? What was it? You said you
Your
got
fault
rear-ended?
or somebody hit you?
No, it was his fault. I was coming home. It's on the bridge. We were at a standstill because of rush hour traffic, and this guy behind me was trying to get over in the other lane, and he was looking down at his phone. Hashtag stay off your phone, people, when you're driving.
Yeah.
And he got too close. He sideswiped me, or not sideswiped me, but he rubbed my bumper, broke my taillight, but he didn't run away. He had insurance. It's getting dealt with. He's not going to try and screw me, so
That's good.
That's
could have been worse.
cool.
Yeah.
We all walked away healthy, so sorry to my enemies out there who wishing death on me.
That guy better give me some of my money.
Talking to you,
Try
Jeremy
again,
B.
bastards. Try again.
Hashtag Jeremy B.
Try
I was about
it
to say
next time.
hashtag. I was like hashtag I am
Hold on.
Jeremy.
Everybody's just gonna blow back the fact that he just quoted 50 Cent and acted like it was a normal conversation. I heard
right.
you, Wolfie. I heard you.
Mhm.
Did I
Nah,
quote
I'm
something
glad you're
inadvertently?
okay.
Yeah, you said many men with dash upon me. That's freaking
Oh,
50 Cent.
yes, Rusty Mechanic. He admitted to me that he was on his phone.
Did he admit it to the cops though?
No, the cops weren't there.
Did you fall down and held your neck?
Handle the gentleman.
We handled it like he was a
Picture.
nice guy. He
Here's
apologized
my
profusely.
insurance. Yep.
I'm glad
I
you're
like it when
okay.
it goes
man.
like that. That's good.
Glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Glad
I
everybody's
mean,
okay. Now.
Were
Could've
the
been worse.
toys fine?
Yo, speaking of toys, let's talk about this real quick. I ordered this thing from Amazon. It was a Lady J. Maybe you saw this in the
I
groups.
saw the post.
Let's just. This box was sealed. All right, box is sealed. No one's messed with it. But maybe you guys can tell me what's going on. I don't know if you can spell out me, if you can even see it.
That sealed
Oh.
box that's a trick, dude. I got a quietest
what?
that just
Yeah.
packed up today that looks brand new. You would
What is
I
this?
saw that post.
That Lady
looks like-
J? That's Lady
that-
J?
That looks like
That's-
Peggy Bundy.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
Lady-
It is. But then I
That's
saw the
Lady-
face sculpt. I don't know if you can see it. But
Did
what
they
the
change it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Lady John. That ain't Lady
Yeah,
Lady
yeah.
John.
That's like, hey.
I'm trying to figure out what figure this head sculpt comes from. I don't know if it's
It might be from in the live
I don't know.
action, like the live action Snake Eyes.
Maybe it was.
they got
Maybe they left it
bottled
in the sun for a little
It
bit.
didn't look familiar at all.
Yeah, like the
No.
eyes. It's not the digital painted eyes. It's just like it looks like an old school like Mattel or maybe like Star Wars figure, Black Series.
Yeah, I don't know.
People are telling me it's like a rejected selfie series head. They just put it on here.
Probably just get it
Probably.
out of there.
Probably.
Yeah, I was shocked because it's Amazon. I didn't think that happened with Amazon, but apparently people will fuck with your stuff on Amazon too. I thought that was just a Walmart Target thing. So
No,
Yeah.
Amazon.
anyone
does
can figure
third-party
this
stuff.
out. Anyone recognizes this head sculpt in the chat? Let me know because I'm curious.
I'm betting you it's Jinx from the live action movie.
Oh, you know what? That's probably Let's look that up. I'll
Look at
that
those
up
Snake
real quick.
Eyes origin figures. I bet you it's one of them.
We'll see. But that's my week. Could have been worse.
Yeah. Guess.
How's your week, Gort?
Oh, it was great. I sent somebody a package in the mail with a weird head.
It was you.
It was you all along.
It's like, oh, yeah, you can put that package aside. I got a little swap to do.
Yeah, we won't get too into it, but that's like I could see how that could happen against other things, like like the ones where you see like a completely wrong thing in like Walmart. That
Yeah.
shouldn't happen. That one makes a little more sense, but no, that's pretty unfortunate. Let's see, my week was terrible, and yeah, it'll be a lot more exciting tomorrow. Going to ZoloCon. and that's what I'm looking forward to at this
Oh,
point.
ZoloCon.
Yeah,
In your favorite
Man,
venue.
have a good time.
it's a
The
rough venue,
Fuge.
but
I want
it's
to ride on the Fuge and just like really sick
where-
and dizzy.
dude. I wish.
Now,
we
where's
could
that located again?
Warminster, Pennsylvania.
Yes, Warminster.
You're Philly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like a little north, and it's right off of the turnpike, and it's yeah, venue's rough on the eyes. You got a lot of like blue and pink lights and just neon-y shit in there. It's dark. Bring a flashlight. When we say that, it's about the people, not the toys and all that. This is 100% a show that's about the people.
Yes.
Because that's my least favorite venue. It's really cool the first time, and then every other time you're like, oh, here we are again. You remember all of a sudden, like you forgot. it's left recent memory, but it comes right back, and then you wish you were somewhere else, like open arms to the stink at TFCon and NJCC because it's preferable.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, no, it's always a pretty decent show, and we get to go over to Brick's Lego store. That's always a good time. I got to pick up a couple things that I'm hoping to find there, and complete some minifigures. And yeah, just looking forward to the weekend. The week itself was terrible. No car accident. That doesn't sound fun, but like long terrible work week, and I think that's going to be a trend. Yeah.
Trend.
Yeah.
You anticipating next week to be bad too?
Already.
Lots of them.
Oh,
Starting
my man.
Negative 10.
Yeah. It's just going to keep going. So, hopefully no traffic on Route 9. Sorry for your supposed Bon Jovi references. I see in the chat.
Thunder Road.
over 80 songs.
They were Green Day references. I think Jeremy was just being funny.
I know. I'm playing a joke. Dom, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got your stuff handy.
I do. Do you just want to you want me to talk about how I got into collecting that stuff, or
Well,
we got
the intro.
We got to run
the
the
intro.
intro.
Yeah, first I want to play a video.
okay, play the
Time for the collector showcase.
That shit makes me laugh every time.
yes.
That's gonna be tough to replace.
Never.
You can't do it. The people demand it.
Yeah, pull out what you got. Tell us about your mint and sealed box collection. Your graded
Okay.
treasures.
So when I started collecting, I went before I start showing things and going into it. But I'll give you some background. So I started collecting, and I as any person started collecting, you decide on what toy line you want to focus on, because you try not at that point you got some sense and say, I like to focus on one thing and not get everything. So one of the things that stood out in my childhood was Transformers. Top notch Transformers was always there. Eventually, as I got older, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was like the thing. But in the beginning, it was Transformers, and I just decided very quickly that other than Transformers, it was Star Wars was one of my other biggest, and I just knew from all the figures, the play sets, and everything that was out there in the past that was created, when we were kids, it was just impossible to collect everything that I wanted to collect in Star Wars. But when you look at Transformers G1, it's fairly easy. There's not that much out there for G1 stuff. So when you're talking about the 84, 85, and 86 figures. So I said, let me just start collecting Transformers. And I bought my first Optimus Prime off of eBay back in 1998. And it was I didn't even when I started looking at the listings, I was amazed at first that people still had the figure with the box, and the box was nice and as minty as it possibly can. I was really amazed, and I found one seller that had one with box, all accessories, 100% complete, and I bought it and I got it. I fucked around with it. It was great. And then as I continue looking through eBay, I noticed some sellers actually had them mint in the sealed box, never removed, and the boxes were like pristine. And I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And that's when I started. Like I purchased my first one, which was a blaster, and I was like, it was just like at that point, like, and when I received it, I was like, oh, this is where I want to gear my collection to, in mint and sealed box. And it was more appealing to me because I feel like it was like, what I seen when I was a kid at first, like when you actually arrive downstairs in at Christmas time, you see these boxes with the toys in them, and the art that used to be on these things were amazing. So like as I got them in as an adult, when I was collecting these things, that just the appeal of the box itself and the toy inside of it, just the way I received it when I was a kid, was like more of that nostalgia that kept me like wanting more and more and collecting it like the way I've been collecting it. So that's how I kind of got into mint and sealed box collecting. And it was like I did it for the first 10 years of my collecting. I just collected mint and sealed boxes and stuff like that. So and then I got into a friend of mine who I collect, like, got to know and started buying collections with, mint and sealed box collections, got me into the AFA grading, which is basically an outfit just like comics, like baseball cards, great, like, sports cards. They would literally grade your figures and put them in acrylic cases and keep them protected. Because most of my collection at the time was like the figure was in a box with a shitload of bubble wrap, very protected, because I wanted to keep the conditions of the box like the way that I've received them and maintained. So they were not out in the open. But when I got introduced to AFA, it was kind of cool because they put them in these acrylic boxes that are really keep them protected. You can fuss around with them, pick them up, look at them, flip them around, see all the art around the box and everything. And it's something that, I really enjoyed. And I started sending a lot of my stuff into AFA to get graded. Grades are, obviously grades are all over the place with regards to what, mint on how mint the box is and all that stuff. Really don't want to get into that, but like, my appeal was to get them. I really didn't care what grades they were getting. When I collected them, I knew they were mint. They were I went for the ones that had not much box wear on them, no flap creases and stuff like that. So I knew they were going to get high grades. I just want them protected so I can pull them out, have them out, and display them whenever I want to display them at the time I want to display them at. So
just the general preservation, yeah.
Yeah, and it was great because then like I didn't have to have all them in cardboard boxes because they were protected. It was like more of like keepsakes rather than like a something that I can actually enjoy. So that was the greatest thing when I was getting introduced to that. And granted, the grades were coming back high, and every time I got my figures back, my friend would always ask what I have, and he was really impressed that my some of my figures were getting some high grades. But I can start showing them. Let me just. I got to move my camera because I need to put them in a better light than what we have here.
All right.
Hold on.
Hope Derek's
so,
okay.
What happened? Yeah. So let me get here situated. So. So like I said, I like cases. And then eventually, as I got, I'll put the camera back on. I'm just setting up here. As I started getting into like conventions and stuff, like the cool thing was that these conventions started having voice actors come to them, and I was like, that's awesome. And meeting the voice actors are great, and a lot of people would get things signed from them, and I was like, oh, it'd be great if I could some of my vintage stuff signed, from these voice actors. And I said, so a lot of it was like, oh yeah, that'd be great. And I took some to the conventions and they got them signed. And let me just open up. I'll start showing some. How do we flip the camera here? Do I go to settings more?
Are you on your phone?
On my iPad. Do I go to settings and flip camera?
You can just flip it. You can flip it on the iPad.
Should be an arrow thing that looks like.
Yeah, back camera. Here we go. Okay.
Circle. There you go.
So this is all everybody's favorite. So let me just show you.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah. Sorry. Here's. Let me get this thing over here so I can hold it up. But yeah, there's Optimus Prime. Like, so it's in the acrylic case. The grades, they put a grade right there, but like this is, this, I had this out, like this was this was in a cardboard box and it was graded. It was sitting in a, thing. I bought it from a vendor that used to be like a Forbidden Planet. It's funny, like you got the internets and you would Google like, Transformers for sale, and you would come up with a bunch of like, mom and pop shops that were selling things off the like internet and stuff. And this was one of them like that I found, and got very friendly with the guy, and he would get collections in, sealed collections in, and he would talk to me and go, yeah, here, this is what I got in. And then I basically like made sure I kept in communication with him to see what he got in next. But there's a lot of things that like so this is stuff, some of the stuff like this is Optimus that I got, and then I did like I even went into Beast Wars. Like
Beast Wars.
I got Megatron. Then I got Michael K to sign it. Like
That's what's up.
Oh, so they sign that little thing. They don't sign the actual.
Yeah. So like
Gotcha.
so with AFA, like if I had anything out of this acrylic case and I had them sign it directly on the box, they wouldn't grade it. They would consider a flaw on the box. So
okay. I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
So basically, you had to be careful with any type of ink or anything on the box, because they would reject that. They would reject the figure for grading. So my thing was then I'll put like a little Post-it on the acrylic case and then have them sign it, and then like put like their names on it. So like for Peter Cullen, I had like Peter Cullen signed Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
So it's like cool. Then like famous old like I just certain like modern figures that were starting to come out. I was like, I'm gonna keep them in the box, and I just like get them graded, and then like it displays very well and it's protected. And this is the old nice MPO one that I love. I know Brian Brink loves this guy too, and
I got
the
that
way
one.
the way they present it and how it's like. We're not getting this shit anymore. Like,
Yeah, right, exactly.
this packaging will never exist.
Nope.
Unless it's like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That was sold in stores. It's like it's beautiful. And here's my first one that this is the blaster I'm talking about.
Oh man, now that's now
and like this,
that one got me wiping my mouth.
Box art is awesome. Like the back art is always beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
There's the points, like
Yep.
How many times you cut those things out?
Yep. Points get the Omnibots.
Yeah, Blaster's out. I got the voice actor from Blaster to sign it.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Buster
Jones. Buster Jones. Yeah.
So
he
showed up in
it was at BotCon, right?
Yeah, he showed up in BotCon. It was great. Like,
man,
and that's
that
the
was
thing
the one
like,
that I missed that I regretted, man. Then he passed a couple of years after that.
Yeah, and he was like, with all disrespect, like he was in bad shape. Like he was in bad shape when he came. It was a pleasure meeting him.
Yeah.
Talking to him. And I, like those are the type of conventions I'll always remember. Yeah. Because he just was wonderful. Hold on, guys. I just want to plug this in.
Okay.
And like like that's the BotCon. Like now these conventions do that. That's like the norm, where they get these guys coming in. Here's Ricky's favorite.
Oh,
very nice. Please tell me that's signed by Frank Welker.
It is signed.
Of course it is.
Yes.
The voice of Soundwave.
I'm messaging you my address right now.
And then Ricky, like even like certain things, like, and I'm sure you have this in your collection too, but let me just grab it. Hold on. Like certain like universe packaging was like amazing. It was beautiful. And it was like, to me, like I was like, oh, I got it. I got it. Like, I got to keep this in package, and I got to grade it, and and something like this was like beautiful to me. Like, just having this commemorative set.
Yeah.
With all the like tapes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this universe packaging was beautiful with the box art.
Is that the 30th or the 25th anniversary?
I think this is the 25th anniversary. Yeah, it's the 25th anniversary.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
So
That's really cool.
but this like they've done with Soundwave, they've always done a great job in like Universe Generations. When they did any type of commemorative series, they tend to like, you know, do these nice displays and box art. Like we'll never get this
Right.
ever
Right.
again. And then like my beauty, the grail that I was always trying to get, because later in my convention, if collecting my like just to get the box sets of these things was damn near impossible, and I ended up acquiring
yes,
my beast.
Nice.
This is Devastator, and I love, like, you know, this took a lot of, you know, negotiating, and these don't, like, people who have these don't let them go. And at the time, I was collecting these just before the movie got like announced, so like, you know, people were willing to let them go, and you know, willing to sell it for, you know, a couple bucks. And, you know, a lot of these things I sold to are like probably at the time were like third party prices. Like, you know, I'm not, now they're just, they're crazy. But like at the time, this is like buying a $200 or $250, $300 third party figure, you know? So
yeah.
it wasn't like really breaking the bank at the time. But once the movie was announced in 2017, a lot of these things just went up like crazy. Even if it wasn't even graded, like anything sealed or G1 stuff was just going crazy. So, and I got these signed by all the actors.
Arthur, I was going to ask you, got it signed by Arthur Burkhart. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
As Devastator itself, Frank Welker as
Oh,
Mixmaster.
that's awesome.
Neil Ross as Cook.
Neil signed it too.
I think Greg Berger as Lover.
Yeah, because he was long haul.
So the only there's one I'm missing because he's no longer with, he was, you know, he was no longer with us at the time I got this signed and everything like that. And you know, those are the ones that were, those are the voice actors that are like, you know, were currently living at the time, and I got them signed.
I'm trying to think of who it was.
And like, you know, some other stuff like I got, like I could show you guys. I got that beauty. Shockwave.
Yeah.
I love to get.
Is that the black one or the purple?
But he's never. I don't know whether he was alive at the time that I acquired this, but he never made an appearance at any convention.
Yeah.
So I remember talking to
yeah, he's still
Sinclair one
around.
time, because and
Corey Burton doesn't do conventions.
I wanted to see if he. Nope, it's the purple one. It's the purple one.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might happen.
It was getting choppy.
Yeah.
See, Apple products suck. It was fine when he was on his phone.
Oh.
Hey yo, I'm looking at Dust. He's like, oh, maybe his wife got home.
Came home and ripped the router out the wall. Like, not today.
Could be
what is this?
Oh,
you told me got rid of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
The frying pan came and hit him in the back of the head.
But yo, man, that's impressive. That is very impressive. And to get him signed the way they do. Now, I guess my question to him is going to be, because I know AFA grading was a lot different back then from what it is like right now. And I wanted to find out, you know, what the actual process is and how long did it actually take for him to, because I want to know if he actually had, because I'm sure he had to send that stuff away to him and then have it brought back to him. And that's the same, and it's still the same process, but I want to know how much more streamlined it is now than it was back then.
I know it's getting expensive for a while there too. It costs like $80 to $100 to grade a comic book. That might make it worth $50. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but at least in his case, where he's saying, you know, the grade doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah,
when you get them in those cases, and you know, hopefully he's coming back here, and you know, shouldn't go yank his internet.
Be a short show.
Yeah, but they
not
have, like,
everybody
stuff, like it keeps the item, you know, secure in place inside the case. And, you know, it's just
it's got the flaps on the thing, and
it's gonna preserve it for as long as he keeps it in there, which is pretty cool.
There we go.
There we go.
There he is. Welcome back.
Can you
Sorry,
hear us?
guys. Seems like I lost connection. Let me go back to settings here. Yeah,
I thought your wife walked
like I
in.
said, like these cases are great. Like they yeah. Can you hear me, guys?
You're
I
frozen.
can hear you. Your picture
You're
froze
like
up.
going in and out.
Can you guys hear me?
There.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear us?
Tell him to switch back to his phone. Apple sucks.
I'm in
All right,
backstage.
Dom, can you
Don,
Dom,
can you hear us at all?
now?
Can you hear me?
Nope.
Yeah.
We need to get a technical
Thank you.
difficulties gift because that happens to all of us at least once or twice, so we can just throw it up on the screen.
Hey, send him a message and ask him what generation iPad is that he's using.
1994.
Yeah.
Should have had him come over here.
That
Better
mug.
internet.
That iPad's
Oh,
not
man.
graded, that's for sure.
Just message him. Tell him just drive over to your house and finish off his showcase over there.
All right. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, that's pretty dope. Have you all done anything graded as far as anything in you all's collection at all, or?
Not graded, but I got a fair amount of box stuff, and not things that like I didn't open. Like it'll stay that way. There's a couple though. I put them to the side. I could throw them up now, but Dom would have gotten a kick out of some of that.
Rusty said he spent all that money on his collection, so he can't afford internet.
So this one.
What's that?
You guys see it?
That's
G2, of course it is. Okay.
Well, it is.
But
So
it's a diachrome.
And it's Japanese. Japanese.
So Japanese G2. This is Ultra Magnus.
Yeah.
And this never saw the States. So this was the only way to get it. It was just like one of those hobby exclusives, I guess.
So
I don't remember that.
Well, hold on. Well, I thought that's the laser Optimus Prime.
It is. It's the laser mold. And this thing is beautiful in the box. Like I can't. I bought it because I wanted to open it, but I can't do that. It looks
Do it, Gort. Do it now. Rip it open right now.
You've seen me rip open expensive toys. So like I'm the opposite of what Dom does. A lot of the time I buy stuff like vintage toys. I buy a fair amount of that. I buy them mint on card, mint in box to open it because now it's mine. I don't want somebody's dirty toys. I want my toy.
It's
not mine until I open it up.
Dirty toys. Ugh.
Yeah.
Get your fingerprints off of there.
Right. 1985 germ.
It's just a different experience. So this one I think
1985 germs.
This one I think I showed on one of the early shows.
Yeah, the Dino Rider.
Dino Rider Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
I love that packaging like that. Like
man, that brings back so many memories.
Yeah, Lego used to do this shit too, and it's just like just covered in all the artwork, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Wow,
gorgeous. Put a dress
might have
on.
Dom back,
but does he have internet?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if because I see him in the green room, but wait till it shows. There we go.
There he is.
Can you hear us?
Dom, if you want us to continue going and talk about your collection, just don't say nothing. All right, cool. Damn, Dom. Well,
Dead Air, great show.
Well, what about you guys? You guys have do you keep any box stuff?
I do keep a lot of box stuff. I was in the back, because we was talking about organizing, getting together and do our showcases. And I, remember what I told you I was going to do. I had to actually pull that crate out and, pull the stuff. But I was looking at the stuff that I have on the shelves that are still in the boxes. Like I got, remember the Avengers United They Stand line?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay, so this was the Avengers back when they were doing back in the 90s. It came out after the 90s X-Men.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a lot of those figures still in the box, still
They
in the
they were
packaging and
like the
everything.
big bubbles too on the
Right.
cover.
It was the box and it had a bubble in the middle with the figure all in it. And then I have some of the vehicles as well. Thought I was doing something, and I was like, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and hold on. So don't nobody want this stuff. And then I was looking and saw that a lot of people were actually looking for that particular set. So I may let that go for the sake of space. And that's the other thing that I run into, because if I have a lot of stuff, I got a lot of stuff back there, but I'm still getting stuff. So eventually it's going to be a space issue. So you got to decide what you're going to get rid of, and then what you're going to keep. So that's where I'm at right now. But yeah, I have a whole lot of stuff that is still in the box. Excuse me 1 second.
Dom, you with us?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry,
All
guys.
right, continue.
I must have had my neighbor must have killed his hamster, and at the end of the day, our internet went down. But like this is Shockwave. I just love the back of Shockwave. Like it's just the art, the whole art thing is just
the
beautiful.
Original, yeah.
The original art thing. So it's like certain like it's, and then just like as I continue collecting this stuff, I was like, oh, this is this one. This is I just want the next one. My goal was to collect all the 84, 85, and 86. But as I got into 86, it just got harder and harder. And then that was about 2007, and things were just getting the other box sets, like the Menasor and the Defensor and stuff like that was just damn near impossible to get, as it was already hard to get when I started, but like it was just out of reach in regards to monetary value as well. So, but this you guys know this guy.
Sure do.
Legs. It's the trigger penis.
God, that box is beautiful.
It's just like
Pristine.
when I open these things, like thank God for the sellers that I bought them from. The way they like it's a lost art in how to package things and make sure that they don't get damaged, and the box in the box, like shit like that doesn't happen anymore. But when I received a lot of these things, I was always fearful of people shipping them out. I remember when eBay, you had to use money order. And I was like, I was going to the post office and getting like $400, $500 worth of money orders just to send them over in the mail to the seller and stuff like that. And just ridiculous. So very risky back in the eBay back then. Like people, a lot of scams were going on. So it was like trying to talk to somebody legit and trying to send $300, $400 through money orders to get or receive an item like this was just ridiculous. But it's pretty cool. The styrofoam is nice and pretty.
Look at that.
Nice little, I remember I had this one as a kid. We transformed it from the gun, trying to go to the robot, and we never got it back. So let me close here.
That's Son 2, I'm assuming, right?
Oh yeah. That one I have a picture. I think it was in Rhode Island Comic-Con. Peter Cullen and Frank Walker were there at the same time, and I got a picture. I think I showed it on BTM one time, where they're actually holding the toys, and I was in the middle of them, and we just took a picture and everything.
Nice.
So, but I'll get these guys out because these are everybody's favorite. The aerial bots thought they were so superior, but here's those. There's the Seekers. There's your Sky, Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. Nice. So back in the day with grading, just a little tangent, you were able to get them graded where the grading was like on the side. So the whole acrylic case basically is very flush to the figure box, or you could have got like a nice grading display on top of the box, which extended the case. But it was like this was the two preferences that you can choose whether you want the grade as a standout label, or hidden on the side, and the case more flush to the figure itself. So
I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask. I know Chris Latta passed away in '94, so I'm assuming you could not get that one autographed.
No, but I did get it autographed by his daughter, because at BotCon, the daughter showed up to receive an award, because I think they were putting Starscream in the Hall of Fame, and his daughter showed up, and I got his daughter to sign it.
That's pretty cool.
I got her to say the daughter of Starscream. It was pretty cool. I have it somewhere. I didn't stick it on here just yet. So, but I do have the signature somewhere in a folder that, and then I got some of the cars, you got your Jazz, you got your.
That's Mirage, sir.
No, this is Jazz. Oh, yes, right. The new movie. Mirage. Sorry, Ricky, I did not know where you were going with that.
The hell now.
Got my favorite, Sunstreet.
Shout out to Bayformers.
This was my favorite car toy when I was a kid. I loved it.
Figure. Very nice.
Yeah. Can't go with wrong yellow and black colorway. And then you got, everybody's favorite cop. Kind of pissed off in the beginning in 2007. They made the police card an evil person, an evil Decepticon instead of a heroic Autobot.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Say that again?
When they did who's the villain that plays the cop in the movie in 2007?
Okay. You're talking about the movie. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Never mind.
So,
they had villain cop cars back in the day too.
Yeah. It's
just the Diaclone side, not us. We didn't really have them.
And then here's your true Mirage, right? This is your true Mirage, because I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking about, but that's Mirage.
I don't see anything there. It's an empty box.
I got the voice actor to sign that. Michael Bell signed Prowl. And then I know this is Nick's favorite. Nick's favorite. Nick might just salivate a little bit here, but
me Grimlock.
Nice. Me no bozo.
I remember when I brought this to Greg Berger, and he's like, "This is beautiful." he's like, I've seen so many of these, but this one, it takes the cake. He's like, "What case is this?" And I kind of sat at the bar with him, and had a couple drinks with him, and as he signed it, and he, of course, when he signed the voice of Grimlock, he did do the voice of Grimlock. So it's beautiful. Like, this is what, to me, this is I would love, don't get me wrong, I did collect the commemorative series. I have a lot of these things, the reissues of a lot of these toys, and I definitely will play with them, and but these are the things that I always felt that they were just art to me, and when I see it, when I look at these things, it just brings me back. This is what puts a smile on my face sometimes. Yeah, I can't zoom him. Here's Jetfire. Fortunately, I can't stream.
How white is he? Or did he yellow out back? No, he's really
pretty
very white.
Oh
beautiful.
My god!
This is the top, one of the top graded Jetfires that you can possibly get.
Oh my god!
Dude. It's graded a. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's graded a 90.
Wow.
Yeah, I see it.
It's I think number 3 ever graded in their window. There's a couple 90s that and I have one of them.
Wow.
So
yeah,
the sticker.
It's very hard. It's very rare to see one of those mint.
Yeah, and even the sticker is not yellowed.
That's crazy, dude.
And no box crease, no box flap crease at all.
Wow.
These are
fresh.
These are the things. What's up,
dude? That's awesome.
Got 2 requests. First one, do you have a G1 smokescreen?
I do.
Graded?
Yes, graded. I have all the 84, 85.
My neighbor wants you to show it if you have easy access to it, I think.
And then we got, Can we have an open and play party, Tom?
Dave, I told Dave these are getting buried with me, so you can like dig it, dig me up, and then come play with them.
Jesus Christ. You're gonna need a whole freaking sarcophagus.
Yeah. The catacomb.
Build that in a pyramid.
It'd be like King Tut's tomb, just you on Transformers.
Yeah. I think I could pull out. Yeah, if you give me like a 30 seconds, I'll pull out some smoke screen. I'll bring them out. Hold on.
Okay.
Chat squad, get your requests ready.
Yeah.
Wait till he comes back, and then we'll send them back.
We're
from
taking
that
live
one.
requests on the RHP network here.
We're gonna have Dom running his ass off all night. Like, I want to see a mint graded. What did they call that one? Rumble Bumble or whatever, the red bumblebee thing mess up. Or whatever that.
Bumble jumper.
Bumble jumper.
Bumble jumper, yes.
Yeah.
I want to see that graded. I want him to be the one who has like one of the 3 or whatever that escaped into the world.
Say 1 of 3.
It didn't make it far. We got caught. It was like
Yeah,
some
that
kind of-
is pretty rare. I haven't been able to find
Yeah,
one
that
of those.
Jetfire and that Shockwave is pretty much going to be the golden.
That
ones.
Jetfire, you're not gonna get better than that.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
That thing was pristine white. It wasn't even a tiny bit yellow. That's crazy.
Right, and there's a retailer that actually only sells Jetfires. They come to he's pretty much at almost.
I see him all the time when we go to
He was
shows.
asking like $200 for one with a ripped open box and a yellow Jetfire in it. Could you imagine what he'd ask for this thing?
Okay,
Right.
so basically, when you receive them from AFA, they put them in a nice baggie like this around here, so they can protect itself. So like for already scuffing on the cases and stuff like that. So, and then like when I'll just pull it out. Here's the smoke screen.
And all of your stuff is original 85, 86 lines, not reissues.
Nope,
Correct?
none of this is reissue.
All right.
And then you got the nice, beautiful smoke screen.
There you go, Eric. That's my neighbor's favorite Transformer. He loves smoke screen.
Yeah.
It's a beaut. I lay them flat because the bubbles, like the glue went back there on the bubbles, will dissipate. It's like, if you don't keep them in a good, in
the box, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, in the box. So if you like, the norm is if you display it flat like this, eventually the toy itself will pull, like over time and weight. So it's recommended that you store them like this. So whenever I do try to display them, I will display them in cases like this, so they're lean more back,
right?
So that the weight is more towards the back than the front, so the bubble doesn't pull. Grimlock is like, if you ever get Grimlock and if you ever get sealed Grimlocks, you would find sometimes that Grimlock would fall off its back card because of the weight.
Wow.
So a lot of this stuff I store it. I store it where it's facing down.
So that would be the case for all the Dinobots, really, because they're all heavy.
Yeah,
my neighbor said to tell you that was beautiful.
Yeah,
and
a lot of
stuff.
No problem. Then I want to show you this guy, guys. This one.
Don't
was
tell
like,
me it's a Metroplex. Oh,
It certainly is.
yes.
This one was my product. Like I got this from a couple that had it was on eBay, and they were selling it for like $300 at the time. The guy was like, it's completely sealed, very, very clean. It's been in a brown box for the longest time, and I'm like, and I jumped all over it. It had the little Toys R Us stickers.
sticker,
Yeah.
$32.97.
So,
wow.
And then I jumped all over it. I just I sent it. This one I sent myself to AFA to get it graded. And when I sent it in, they were amazed. They sent me an email saying it's this is the first ever graded Metroplex 85. You can't get the size of this box. You can't get it any minter.
What's the grade on that?
Grade 85. It's
Wow.
an 85 box grade because there's no window. There's no window, no figure presented. So they give it one grade just for the box.
Wow.
And it got a straight up. It got a straight up 85 grade. So,
wow.
Yo, Dom, if you pull a Fort Max out there, I'm telling you right now.
I had
I'm emptying my bank account tomorrow morning and driving straight to you.
none of these. I remember I brought the Devastator to a con, and a guy like yourself just loved Devastator, and he saw it because I had it in. I was standing in line getting it ready to sign, and he saw it. He looked at it. His eye. You should have just saw the guy in awe and just like he wanted it so bad. He's like, how much? How much? I'm like, it's not for sale, man. It's not for sale. The guy showed up at my dealer table with like $8,000 in cash.
What?
In cash.
What?
Whoa!
And said, here, would you take it for 8,000? I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. It's not for sale. It's not for sale. I'm like, I appreciate the offer, but it's not for sale. It's not for sale. And he's like,
Don't lie. I would have been like pissed. I'm like, what'd you bring it for then?
Yeah, nah, because it's my personal thing. I wanted to get it signed. It wasn't like I wasn't putting it on a table. It wasn't out on my table to get on display. He just saw me in line, and I had it in line with a couple other things. And when he saw the Devastator, he's like, oh, can I take a look at this? Is this for sale? I'm like, no, it's just my personal collection. I want to get it signed. And he just like he was he was throwing numbers at me the whole time when I was in line. I'm like, no. And then he's like, okay, well, I'll bring cash to see whether I can convince him. I'm like, I appreciate it so much, but no, I can't.
Lie. He would have convinced me.
Yeah. It's tough to turn down that, especially when it's cash in front of your face. But the value of these things, like I can't even know what the value of a 85 Devastator gift set cost these days.
I would have got one of them pins to check to make sure the bills are real, and went from there.
Yep. But this is what I started with. Like I collected this, and this is like when people started seeing me, like I was a mint and box collector, and a lot of the universe stuff, the classic stuff, the chug stuff that was coming out at the time, I did keep a lot of it in mint and box because I was planning on doing this with that collection as well. Like I was planning on sending it to AFA to get them graded. I have a set of like classics, universe, and generations that are completely mint. I was one of those crazy guys that you would see at toy stores looking at every card, every box to find the mintest one. And I used to have like a box in my back trunk that I would put these things in, secure them, and just file them away. And I started just I sent a few of them in, but then the cost of collecting and actual acquiring toys took more precedent than spending the money to grade them. Something like that, like that cost me like a couple $100 to grade. Like these were not that bad. Like these were the generic grading size that they had for cars, and it was like like I would say it was like $30 to $60 depending on how fast you want them.
Gotcha.
Now I'm gonna ask you the question. Gun to head, house is on fire. You can only grab one. Which one's going with you?
Ooh, I don't know. I would say the Devastator, the Jetfire.
Yeah.
My Optimus,
Absolutely.
and Megatron. Yeah, like the Megatron is actually Megatron is probably worth the most because it's very rare to get a Megatron, high graded Megatron.
We're not even talking about worth. We're talking about the one that you love the most. That you would have to have.
It would have to be the Megatron and Optimus because those are my like cornerstones of this collection. I would have to grab those two, and I keep them together too. Like, like they don't separate.
We'll give it to you. You have to lose a foot, but we'll let you have both.
Yeah.
How about that?
I don't care.
There you go. He's like, I can take one foot. I would keep them both.
Have you had all of your pieces evaluated for cost?
Yes, all this stuff is appraised, guys, and insured. Like all
and
this
insured.
Stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
How much does grading increase the value of something roughly? Like I know I've seen some of these things go for like 5-digit numbers on eBay.
So like for example, at the time, like an average loose Optimus with 100% complete with box would go for like $350. At the time I was collecting this. You get a sealed Optimus that goes up to like 600, like easy 500, 600.
Right.
A graded where it says it's an 85 or higher. You're talking a couple $1,000.
God damn.
Wow.
At the time, like now that Optimus Prime right now, that Optimus Prime is like $15,000 to $20,000 easy.
Jesus Christ.
the Megatron sold. There was one Megatron sold 5 years ago. If I say 5, 6 years ago on eBay, an 80, a graded 80 sold for $22,000. And I know the guy that bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was one of the dealers because he bought and sold graded G1 Transformers. That was his business, and he bought it because he felt the value still will go up over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never thought it like, you know, when I started collecting these and graded them, I didn't think of these things, you know, would you know the value of where they would go. Like, you know, I remember like a Transformer movie was dreamt about. Like we never thought in our wildest dreams they would ever do a Transformers movie, a live action Transformers movie.
Version anyway. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We would dream about it and talk about it, but then eventually it started, and that's when these things just started going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I showed this when Gort came over to eat my pizza that Eric did send. I showed him my G2 stuff that I had still sealed in its box.
Have it. He didn't just tackle you and take it from you.
Yeah, he wanted to rip them open.
Definitely.
You know, but this is some of the stuff that I found. Like it like BotCon was great because like a lot of people would have this type of stuff really cheap too. Like, you know, not too crazy expensive. And you know, I was always meaning to like, you know, take this and send it to AFA, and I never did.
Mm-hmm.
But these cards, like the one thing about G2 is like the colors are just amazing.
Yeah.
They pop, and
Yeah,
you know,
I will always love that about them.
I think X Transbots is doing the G2 Bruticus, so they have them in this.
Do you have the
color
whole?
scheme.
That's the whole Bruticus set right there.
Yeah, it's the whole Bruticus set.
Nice.
I remember I wanted to get rid of this set, and I put it up on my table at BotCon one year for like $300, and nobody bought it.
Oh.
Everybody was like,
I should have went that year.
Court, where were you?
I was gonna say, Court would have given it to you.
And then this is like, you know, these are like the infamous yellowing of the cards. So like, you know, here's your G2, you know, Ramjet. Nice purple colors. I don't think the button. Let's test it. I don't think the button still works.
Esteban had a question in the chat.
Oh my God!
Shit!
It still works.
Oh,
1990.
Still works.
One.
wow!
Holy
Still works.
Shit!
Energizer battery, folks. They keep going and going and going.
God bless America.
God bless.
And then I got the Star Scream. So
test his button.
This was like I found those two at like a mom and pop toy show, and you know, I picked them up for like, you know, I think they were like $40 each.
Dude,
yeah, I think this one was 55.
Thing, Dom. Like your whole thing has just been amazing tonight, but I think that battery's still working blew my fucking mind. Like
I'm as shocked as you are, Ricky. That doesn't make any sense.
Shit crazy. I can't keep batteries alive in my remote that I just put in there a year ago. That's crazy.
Let me just get my charger before my battery dies.
I've
kills it.
While you're doing that,
you talk about your set, but it is nice to actually put eyes on it, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
We got a question from Esteban here. Anyone wants to read it off?
Yeah.
So Esteban asks, at shows, do you still look for in-box figures to swap out one that has a score you know can be higher, or are you done with the 84, 85 line?
I'm done. Yeah, like I don't even entertain it. There is one that I would love to switch out, but it's the Ultra Magnus. Because if you know the Ultra Magnus, there's two versions of them. There's one with a silver face and rubber tires, and then there's one without a silver face and plastic tires.
Blue face, right?
Yeah, it's a blue face. The face plate itself is all blue, and then that's an indication that the tires are plastic. If you get the one that is that has a silver faceplate, then you know the tires are rubber. So I have the one that's blue faced with the plastic tires. I would love to get the silver face with the
rubber tires.
Rubber tires, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a complete 86 collection. Like the 86 figures were very hard to get. Not very hard to get. It's just that to me, that's when I started falling out of love with Transformers. You know, I did not like, you know, Optimus Prime dying. I didn't like the new characters.
You and a lot of other kids already.
I do have a Rodimus. I do have a Ultra Magnus. I do have a Junkion, like a Wreck-Ar, which is a nice figure. a nice
You have a
thing.
Galvatron?
I do have a Galvatron, but like, you know, after that, I don't have much other than the gift sets were harder. Like the only gift sets I have are basically the Devastator and the Superion. That's all I have.
Do you want to do 86 or just select figures from 86?
Just select figures. I wanted to do the whole thing, and it's like to get some of those gift sets were really hard. Like, you know, some of them were even like, you know, I didn't like the individual. Like when it came to the combiners, I wanted the gift sets. Like I wanted them all in one package, and I didn't want to buy the individual carded figures and the one body figure that came in the box. And just, you know, I just wanted the gift set itself because I thought the boxes were way cooler. So like, you know, Menasor was an American release. I think Defensor was a European release, like gift set. Like, you know, it didn't get issued in America. Like Bruticus was, I think Bruticus was like a Mexican. Like there's certain releases of those gift sets that didn't touch America, so you had to go. You know, it was very hard to get them. So at the time, so it, you know. But like it eventually, like, you know, I don't look for swapping out for better grades. All my figures are 85 or higher. I made sure that none of them had flap creases. So when at the time I was buying these, I did buy some that were lower, like in grade, like, you know, but they always had an 85 overall grade. But there was a couple that had like 80 box grades and stuff like that, where they might have had a small flap crease or a little ding here, a little bit on the corner or such. And when I was working, like when I was joined forces with my friend out in California, we started, you know, putting our capital together and buying collections and swapping out for our stuff. And he was more on the I want everything 90s. So, you know, when we were finding the 90s, I would give it to him, and then he would give me his 85s. So I was kind of like, you had to draw the line. Like 90s are nice. Like, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, and they're like the whales. Like, because you get the price of what anybody has a 90 could just tell you what they want for it, and that's what you're gonna get. You know, that's what you gotta buy it for. So 85s do have like a market type of value. You know, there's a range to where these things go at the time. So, but 90s was like that there were whales. Like, you know, anybody that had a 90, you know, they can ask for whatever they want because you're not going to find a lot of those. So AFK, I think AFA for all Transformers only graded one thing at 85, 95. Like they never graded anything 100. But I think there was one figure, and it was like a Wheeljack that was graded a 95, and which was amazing because Wheeljack is like a freaking white.
Yeah.
Yellowing on that figure was crazy. All these cases also are like are acrylic and are UV protected. So if I do have them in the sun.
Okay, yeah.
They are
that was
UV
actually
protected.
another question I had for you.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know it was that well protected.
Yeah. So if I ever, for any type of UVs, if I had this in a display, like in a room where there is natural sunlight, they would not yellow.
Okay,
That's awesome.
And get affected by the sun. So
So that Jetfire staying that white for forever.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it says white as it. I've gotten it. It's never yellowed ever. I keep these in, like, you know, room temperature. You know, I don't put these are not put in an attic. They're not put in the basement
where it changes temperature.
Yeah. During the seasons.
During the seasons, yeah.
This
can't change at room temperature.
These are very, like, these live with me.
Got it.
Very close with me.
Got it.
And you know.
And what's your address?
I mean, we're gonna go have a quarter party over at Dom's house.
And, like, you know, you know, I know a lot of you guys know that some of my collection got stolen from my niece's boyfriend, and like, you know, with like when they came to these.
Run that back again.
My niece's boyfriend stole like a big large of my collection that was at my parents' house at the time.
Man,
And these were
let's go beat his ass. Why would
and these were not like this. I made sure that these always stayed near me. Like, you know, granted, it was my parents' house, and I thought like my stuff would be safe over there. And unfortunately, you know, people take advantage of situations, and, you know, are pretty much dirt, and, you know, tend to, try to get a quick buck and, take advantage of people that are very nice to them. And welcome you into their homes because you're out in your luck, and then you take advantage of stealing their shit. If he was smart, he would have took care of my niece and married her, and he probably would have a lot more riches than whatever he got out of the figures that he stole from me. So,
hey, yo, Dom, I tell you what, just between me and you, we can go find them. Like,
bro, we got gators, and I know people with pig farms, man. You said the word.
I never made it like.
I'm not trying to be real loud. I'm not trying to be real loud about it, but we can get this.
This happened 3 years ago, guys. So like this is
I don't
this is
care
like
if
old
it was
news.
I don't care if it was 3 decades
Fuck
ago.
that, I'm stolen the grudge.
He can be found.
Yeah, I'm sure he could. I do know where his family members do reside, so I could definitely.
I specialize.
Dom, for the cost of that sound wave. Now let's stop joking about that, because now we get into bad territory.
Yeah.
Oh no, no worries. Let me just put my camera here back.
I have a specific set of skills for these type of situations. Just hit me up. Yeah. All right.
You won't like me when I get angry.
That's why I'm talking real low.
Yeah, but if I wouldn't. As pissed as I got that night because of what happened. If these were in the mix, I would have been. I don't know what I would have been wrecked, because like this was like this is where I started collecting. This is my pride and joy in my collection, and it's like I don't share this much with people. Like, this is, you guys are, I'm opening up and showing a lot of these things to you. I don't show it to a lot of people.
This is the first time I've ever seen it. I've heard you talk about it, but I've never seen it.
When Eric approached me, because he's seen him before, when Eric and Dave came to my house a couple times, I showed them the collection, and believe me, they were awed. And when you actually, see them in hand, and you have them in hand, it's like, you're holding a little bit of history. And the smiles that, like, the smile that gets put on my face from just seeing people enjoying it as much as I enjoy it, it's great. It's special. So, and then this is like I don't think I will ever sell this. Like, I know how much I can get for these things, and I know I probably could buy a house with these things, but I will never let them go. Like, I can't let them go. So. I've worked too hard. They've been with me so long. That's why when it comes to collecting a lot of these sealed collections, it's hard to find people who are willing to let them go. And that's why it makes them so rare, because at the end of the day, it's, if people who do have them, they don't want to let them go. So
no,
that's true.
Not these days. So, and it's getting like that with a lot of like Beast Wars stuff. And like, as years pass by, a lot of other people's G1s are becoming this. And it's like, and the value of the collecting. I'm not saying monetary, that the value of your collection, and it becomes greater and greater, and you feel like you got something in regards to a collection, in the value of a collection, not a monetary per se, just what you think you have and nobody else has, and the condition that they have it in, and you can treat it as a sense of pride and something like that you have. So. But it's wonderful. Like, for me, hopefully, as I get my man cave, I as you all know, I'm trying to save for a house, and I am, and I eventually, as the market prices hopefully go down, as interest rates go up, I can probably, I'm going to start shopping for a home and get my man cave and try to display these things as I best I can and make it special. Like, I always had a vision that like I was going to make displays that celebrate the characters and show them from their G1 conception to their classics, to their, the chugs, and just give it a feel that, celebrates the characters as a whole. So
Dust said you can get a house, 1 Jetfire, 1 Megatron, boom. You get a nice ass house if you throw Optimus in the mix.
But they had nowhere to put. They had nothing to put in your new house. So
Yeah, of course. There's trade offs, but yeah, like but like
I think it's cool
like,
you own a piece of history. Like at the end of the day, like when it's
Yeah.
all said and done, we watch all those videos and stuff on the internet where people have set up like these little like Nintendo museums and all that stuff. You could practically rack out a Transformer museum with just the stuff you have on your own, which is awesome. Like,
yeah,
oh, man.
and like that. I know. That's pretty much what like. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and it's
We
kind of
appreciate
like
you sharing it, man.
Yeah,
and,
thanks for sharing that, man.
we're all not bad. Mint and box collectors, there's a small community out there that enjoys the box art, like we all do. Like I give it, I don't make too fun about people who open up their toys and play with their toys and stuff like that. I love doing. I'm looking forward to doing that, but I know as an adult, the playability and just playing with some of the toys and transforming in and out. I've done that with other lines, and they're great. But I find myself not having the time that I would love to have as an adult to do that all the time. Right. And in some cases, a lot of these things that we have, the nostalgia is just the appearance of it. Having it in a case or having it displayed or holding it in your hand and seeing it for the seconds or the minutes that you have, and having that feeling of that nostalgia with you. So, and I just like, at the end of the day, I think when it comes to mint box collecting, I think that kind of rolls it up, just sums it up in saying, I'm more of the art and the nostalgia of the presentation than the playability of how I felt when playing with the toys. So. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, man.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks again, man.
No problem.
So yeah, we're right up on time here, unfortunately. I wish you're you gotta get some better internet there, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Was
Next time, make
sure
sure
for 10 minutes.
Next time, make sure it freezes on Soundwave so I can at least stare at that for a while, man. I don't care.
Yeah, we got a good bit of Starscream's foot there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Nah, you're good. Don't apologize. We love you, Dom. Thank you, man. Again, that was awesome to finally get to see that.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Yeah. So we're out of here. Where you at? I mean, Derek. Yeah.
You can find your boy Derek B on your Book of Faces. You can find me on Instagram as Derek What B. You can also find me in the Transformers game group where I do TGG live every 2 weeks. You can also find me here every Friday, whether I'm doing this show, the Realmhattan Project, or I'm doing the hanging out with the Realm guys and the Rock Hangout. Damn, I can never get
that Boo Boo got his brain all messed up. He got a boo so bad.
No, and then when you get a chance, or when we get a chance, we can take some things right out the box and throw up a show, and we get that done too with my other castmates. All right, that's it.
Wolfie.
Eric Von Wolfenstein on your Facey Space and all your social media needs, and every Friday here with you guys. That's it.
Ricky.
You can see me on Facebook running around in there somewhere. I do the Now You Made It Awkward pod with Shoki, and here on Friday nights, and in the chat squads on every other show, pretty much on the Realm.
Dom, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Dominic Grasso. I don't have any cool names and AKAs, and I'm just Dominic Grasso. Boring, I know.
You can be whatever the hell you want to be with a collection like that, man.
Right.
I got dusted, to commemorate me as Big Dom back in the day when I joined the whole crew itself, and it was on Hangouts back early. It's so long ago, but it happened. So, but you can find.
It's like your setup never changed.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's consistent, which I am.
Yes, it really is.
But,
it really is.
But you can find me on Facebook. I'm here, hanging out. If any guys jump on the weekend hangouts that we do, I'm always there talking, chatting up, sharing life experiences, and it's just having fun. So please join those unbroadcasted hangouts that we do. It's fun. Reach out to any one of us if you want to join, talk. I'm usually there, chatting up. I'm usually late though. Don't expect me like after the show. I'm jumping on. I'm usually showing up around like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So
those things go to like 3 or 4 sometimes.
Sometimes they get fun. They get fun. we go on spending parties and make bad decisions. So if you like doing that, join us.
We talk about news channels and stuff.
Yeah. The rabbit hole goes deep.
Deep and wide.
Yeah. But thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. Let me know. I definitely hang out anytime the hangouts that you have. I'll try to make it. Friday night is typically, I hang out with the wifey, so it's some nights I can
way more important, brother.
Yeah, sometimes I could definitely jump on when schedules are aligned. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about you, Gort?
What about you, Gort?
Well, quickly, unfortunately, no hangout tonight. We got ZoloCon tomorrow, so nobody left to host. But feel free if you guys, anybody else wants to, it's up to you. But we weren't planning on it. So yeah, you can find me at ZoloCon. You can find me at here Friday nights. Hang out, the show. And but more importantly, you can find me hitting buttons.
Say it with me now.